Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes, wearing two jackets because it's cold. Nothing special about the jackets. A couple weeks ago, I came across something on the internet, but I didn't want to talk about it at that time because for some reason I thought it just wasn't a good time to talk about it. But anyway, in Ohio, and remember I tell you guys, bad stuff, weird stuff only happens in California, Ohio, Florida, and Texas. Usually, those are the states where something really weird happens there. But anyway, we had another kidnapping. We had a woman run to a neighbor's house. She was wearing like lingerie and had if I remember correctly, it was like lingerie and bunny ears. But anyway, uh, when the neighbor opened up the door, she said she had been kidnapped and chained to the floor in the basement of this guy's house. And so like she escaped, ran to the neighbor's house, and like she's so she's wearing like this lingerie outfit. Anyway, they call the cops, and of course, she's fine. I guess if you could be fine after being kidnapped, but there's just so many things wrong about this story. So like the guy kidnapped her, and actually it wasn't a basement. He built a a room within a room in his house, and he chained her to the floor, and like he had her wear this weird lingerie outfit. Now when the guy got arrested, he got arrested for kidnapping. All the things that you get charged with kidnapping. And all the assault and all that crap. Okay. But he also got charged of child endangerment because he had a daughter. And I don't know how his daughter was in elementary school. I don't know how he got away with having a sex slave in the house and having a 8-year-old daughter. How did the daughter not know? Um, I just find that fascinating because when you kidnap someone and you have them chained to the floor in a lingerie outfit, that's going to make noise because it's not a basement. You built a room within a room, so I guess the guy knows construction. So I guess he picked a random room in his house and built a smaller room in that house. Put chain. And like I don't know if you guys have ever played with chains. They're not quiet. If you chain someone to the floor, because the woman said she like the position she was in 99% of the time was on all fours because the guy apparently liked doggy style with the bunny because she was just wearing bunny ears. Actually, I don't know if she's wearing bunny ears, but if I kidnap someone, I would make him wear bunny ears. Okay, I have to stop mixing my fantasies with reality. Okay, so I'm thinking, if you have a human being chained to the floor in lingerie in a room that you built within another room, and you have a child, and the child never saw this woman, never heard any weird noises, and it's a sex slave, so you're probably having fun. Because come on, what else? I start to think this guy this guy must be up to code. Like, this guy must really be a really good construction worker. This guy must have done this. This guy must have gone to Google and typed in, how do you make a soundproof room when you kidnap someone? How do you make a soundproof room when you kidnap someone and make them a sex slave? Because, like, a sex slave is going to make different noises than a person that you're dating. Okay? So, for the two people that listen to this, meaning me and my split personality, when you have sex, sometimes, usually, people make noise. Now, there's different variations of this. Hopefully, they're not making noise like it's one of those, like those Japanese porns, like where the woman sounds like a mouse being stepped on. Okay, but either way, high pitched mouse Japanese noise. I don't know if you ever slept with a black chick, maybe like a grunting monkey noise, or I don't know, like maybe you're one of the lucky ones and like only have sex with white chicks, so you know, sounds like church bells. You ever have sex with a Mexican chick? Yeah. Anyway, sounds like castanets clapping. But either way, there's lots of noise being made. So I started doing some research. I started thinking to myself, if this guy can build a room within a room to kidnap a woman and keep her chained to the floor, how come I can't do that? So I start looking up some products. So, the best way, and I did some research. The best. So if I was going to build a room within a room to kidnap a woman and put her in a lingerie outfit, chain her to the floor, and put bunny ears on her, my best option would be to clean out my closet. Okay? Clean out my closet. Replace the sliding door with a regular door, just like two regular doors instead of a sliding door. So like a double door, okay, and then that double door, it would have a regular lock, but then you would put God, what do you call it? Like a bar on each door, and then put like a 2x4 across it. I'm sure it has a proper name, but anyway. And then between that door, you put an installation, and then inside the room you put like the music studio sound absorbing pads. But the thing is, they come in different sizes. So I went on Amazon. You could buy a pack of 50 for $50, and it's like these 12 by 12 1-inch foam sound dampening pads, or you could buy the one giant pad. They actually have wall size pads, half size pads, 24-inch pads, and 12-inch pads. But the price is all comparable. So like you get 50 12-inch. It's like 12 by 12. You get 50 12 by 12 sound absorption pads for $50 on Amazon, or the different sizes, but the price is the same. You cover the room in that, okay? And you have to cover the inside of the double doors with that. Okay? That's very, very important. Okay, now, if you're going to keep her chained to the floor. See, like, this guy kept her chained to the floor, but listen, if you're going to, like, keep a sex slave, you gotta have some accommodations. I mean, that's the least you could do. I mean, listen. Think about her feelings. Anyway. And then what you gotta do is, do you want to have like each limb chained and the neck, you just want to have the hands chained or just the leg? Let's see. You have to think about how this chaining is gonna go. Are you gonna keep the person on their knees the whole time? And at the same time, and then the thing is, do you want the chain long enough where they can like walk to the bathroom, or are you gonna have it so like they like go inside the sex slave room, the sound dampened room that you keep them in? So I was thinking about this. Now, if I do what I'm gonna do, have the closet, I can. What I was planning to do is a chain around the neck and hands. Okay, chain around the neck and hands. Actually, and ankles, because it's like, what's the one thing about all of these stories where someone gets kidnapped and they get away? They weren't chained enough. Okay? They all have one thing in common. They were given too much access to movement. But what I would do is I would chain the hands, the feet, but those two chains are connected to one chain, and then the neck chain is connected to a separate apparatus. Okay. Sorry, a separate hook on the wall. Okay. So even if she can get one of the chains, either from the hand or ankle undone, there's still a separate one on the neck, and then the ankle and the wrist chains are going to be connected in the middle. Okay. Anyway, so I was, and then I was doing some more research. You want to have a sport court floor. You don't want to have your sex slave on all fours on a hard wooden floor or a concrete floor, or just any hard floor in general. You want a sport court floor. Okay. Now, sport court, maybe that's out of your price range. Either way, once again, I'm not sponsored by Amazon, but I'm just saying Amazon has a good place for this stuff. You can get you can get it's like a weightlifting floor mat. It's like these you ever take your kids to the park and like where the slides are, they have like the giant, it look like jigsaw puzzle size like I guess like soft plastic pads. Well, they make the same thing for adults, except it's under your weights. Okay, it's relatively soft, it's relatively durable, and it's easy to clean. Just in case there's like a kidnapping side effect accident, Anyway, so yeah, so easy to clean, soft. So like your victim's knees last longer. I mean, like the last thing you listen, if you're keeping your sex slave on all fours, the last thing you want is for them not to be able to stay on all fours. Okay, you don't want a face down kidnap victim. Okay, if that's what it boils down to, you might as well just buy a blow up doll. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of people live life like this. If you're gonna do something, do it right. Okay. Okay, and then also, so this is a room within a room. Now remember, this guy pulled this off, and his daughter had no idea that he was keeping a lingerie bunny inside his dining room. Okay. You have to have low music being played at all times, because even though you've covered everything in the sound dampening pads, even though you've put insulation lining in between the door frame and in between where the two doors lock, sound can still come out. So you need a nice little radio, and you keep it on a low volume all day. So just in case when that random high pitched noise does come from the dungeon, it won't stand out. Okay. So yeah, I was doing the research. You can make a dungeon for actually under $100. Okay. Now, because the most expensive thing is going to be the doors. Well, okay, listen, $100 if you have Amazon Prime. Let's say if you don't have Amazon Prime and like you're just going about and doing this, let's just put that budget up to $300. Okay, so for $300. Oh, and also for the chains, a lot of you are going, well, like, hey Frank, where do I find a chain to keep my sex slave tied to the floor to, or chained to the floor to? I did some research for you, folks. You can get chains from Home Depot or most auto part stores. Auto part stores. They sell chains of all different types of sizes, okay? And locks will, you know where to get locks from. That's not an issue. And when it comes to the chains, they charge by the foot, okay? Here's the thing. You're going to need 2 feet minimum. So, okay, you're going to need 3 feet of chain to tie around each limb. So, do the math. 3 feet of chain around each limb, and then the rest of the length, I don't know how big your closet is, or I don't know how big your basement is. So, I don't know how much slack you need for your sex slave bunny. Okay? But remember, minimum 3 feet of chain to tie around the wrist, ankle. Okay? And it's a little extra, but the thing is, you rather have too much than not enough. Because you don't want to resort to duct tape. You don't want to use duct tape, even though duct tape is the number one item used to restrain people in kidnapping situations, according to the FBI. Latest statistics, 2021. Okay? I'm coming to you with straight facts, no opinions. Anyway, I've said enough. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.